Hello, welcome back to electricpetrolhead. I recently was fortunate enough to have a week-long loan of an FLIR camera, or forward-looking infrared camera. Fundamentally what it does is it clicks onto the bottom of your phone and it gives you an infrared image of whatever you're looking at. This is great because when you're looking around your house and trying to understand where heat is escaping, you can see this quite clearly on the camera, because places that are very hot become red and places that are very cold or leaking air become blue. So you can look around a window and you can see the line where the heat is actually escaping. So as I said, I was loaned one of these by Octopus Energy, which I'm a big fan of, and I think it's quite funny that Octopus, who are in the business of making money, are buying literally hundreds of these cameras, and they're a few £100 if you want to buy your own, and lending them for free to their customers, so the customers can work out where the heat is escaping, sort that problem, and then pay Octopus less money, so Octopus make less profit. Just goes to show how they're more interested in the bigger picture of the energy market and looking after their customers than they are about rinsing every customer for every pound. So if you're interested in joining Octopus Energy and getting on to similar schemes in the future, there's a link in the description, and that gives you £50 credit, which is fantastic. So I'm not going to do a very long video here, because what I've realised with these cameras is it gives you an idea and it very quickly identifies whether your insulation in the brickwork is good enough or if your windows have any obvious leaks. It told me a few interesting things as well. But if you are going to be doing and spending a lot of money on your house, then it would probably be worth getting an expert out. They would be able to give you a detailed guide to what you should do. But these sort of DIY little projects are still really useful, because it showed me a couple of things that it's kind of pushed me in the right direction. So I knew that our house, which is about 21 years old, isn't the best insulated, and I knew there were certain things, because you can feel the breeze if you run your finger up and down sort of the edge of the window. You can feel where there's an issue. So I already knew that I was going to solve that problem as best I can. So that's a relatively cheap project I can do myself. But it was little things like, I have a door going into the garage and I had added some insulation strips all the way around, which I thought was doing a good job, but when you're looking on the picture, you can see it's still letting a lot of heat out. So I need to research that. But the thing it really identified to me is our major issue, which is probably going to be our next sort of sizable project when it comes to insulation and other sort of benefits for the energy in our home, is the insulation in the brickwork. And there's actually a really interesting guy called Graham Case on Twitter, who I've been following for a while, as it happens, but he's actually done some before and after photos, and they're on the Octopus blog website, and I'll put the link in the description for that, and I'm showing it to you right now. And that shows the before and after of his house, which is a similar size to mine, and he put in the insulation into that. So that very clearly shows that there's some good easy wins, although insulation wise it's probably going to be sort of over £1,000, although there were various sort of grants to help you with that money, although what I've realised is they're quite difficult to actually get to work. So if you've got any tips on how to get those, please just comment below and let me know. So as a whole, I thought it was a really good and interesting thing, because I was convinced that spending more money on either windows or doors was going to be my big win. But actually, financially, I think, other than the DIY jobs, spending a bit of money on improving the insulation in the brickwork is probably going to be the best way that I can improve my house and make it more efficient. And more efficient means I'll save money on the energy bill, pay Octopus less money, and obviously it's better for the environment as well, because the less energy we're using, however we use it, the better. If you're thinking about buying one of these cameras, I can highly recommend it. Or what could be a good idea is get together with sort of 3 or 4 local friends, buy one between you, and then you can share it. Because realistically, you only really need it for, say, a couple of days before you do a project, and then afterwards to see the difference and see if you've made a big change. to the heat loss in your house. I think they're really useful. I think what Octopus Energy are doing is fantastic, and it's just yet another reason why they are such a good company to be a customer of. I'm pretty certain they've stopped taking applications for these cameras at the moment because they had a bit of a backlog. I think they're going to get through that backlog first before reopening, but keep an eye on their Twitter and their blog and see when that becomes available again, because it is a really cool little thing to borrow, and you can see for yourself if there's anything you need to improve in your house. If you've enjoyed this, feel free to like the video and subscribe as well, and you'll get the future videos, because I think I'll be sort of documenting the little jobs I do around the house, because I think it's something that most people are interested in, because if you can see up your house a bit better, you can save money, and who doesn't like saving money? And as before, if you're interested in joining Octopus Energy, if you go into my description, there's £50 credit for you, which is fantastic, and it helps support the channel as well and keep bringing out more videos. So thank you very much for watching. See you in another video very soon. Bye.